The best teacher to wake you up is Mother Earth. The best teacher is the water, the trees, the wind. To look outside and say, this is real. This is real. Without this, you can't live.
So week 2 in October, started my second book called Penpal. I'm going in totally blind. I'm not sure what this is about, but I know it's a scary and potentially a disturbing horror novel. So I'm pretty excited. I want to read that much today to get a big chunk out the way because I only have a week to do this. So I have, today is Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 more days to keep at my go. I could do it. I'm really liking this book so far. I had to stop myself from reading it. I have my magnifier on my glasses. I made it this far. I'm on page 109. So let me read a little bit. He kept apologizing about dropping the walkie-talkie at the house, but obviously that wasn't a big deal, all things considered. We didn't go to sleep that night. Instead, we sat peering out the window, waiting for the man with the bag, but he never came. We agreed to never tell anyone about what happened. No good would come from it. After a couple of hours, the sun pushed the darkness out of the sky, and my mom came to get me a couple of hours after that. She asked me about the clothes I had on. I told her that Joss had liked the shirt I'd been wearing and asked if he could borrow it. She said that was nice of me. As we're pulling out of Joss's driveway, my eyes lingered on the trash can at the edge of their yard, and I caught myself whispering, I thought I closed the lid. I considered that the garbage truck must have put the trash can down with the lid open, but it didn't matter. The evidence was gone, and I breathed easily. So going to our community place for the millipedes, the delivery, but we also have like a little shop for used books.
I don't see it. Okay, it's in there. I hope this might was in here very again. They just said where they need to be with Mitchell. Nothing has to do with Mitchell.
Do you want to check in? I guess you can't check in the mailbox because. And this is what the book sales go to. 50 cents. Alright, so yeah, I changed my white cane tip. This used to be a circle, and now because it's like becoming a pyramid, it doesn't really grip the ground well anymore. So I have a couple of tips. I'm gonna buy a new one of these, but this is the ceramic tip. I think it'll do good on the street, sidewalk, cracks, asphalt, rocks. So I feel pretty confident about that.
You want to shoot it again without the TV?
So you pull out the string. No, I'm good, babe. Thank you. Take that out. Do not let go of that string because it's a monster to get it back out through your cane. Hook it back in.
That was recommended to me by a biochemist in Tehran. You might find your son if you like.
And there we go. She's been changed. So I'm going to draw a little face on her. I've done this. I got a couple of paint sticks. So let's see.
Have you met the woman with whom you now travels?
Monique.
She's French Canadian, correct? Because they're hunted by people other than the New Delhi crime branch, and in places other than in India. These are international arrest warrants issued by Interpol.
And now this tip has been retyped. Chapter Friends. And then I'm on track to start my next book for week 3 of October. I am so freaking excited. So yeah, I'm gonna wear my Orcam and let it read it to me. I did split it up, so my goal is to read that many pages to where the bookmark is with my Orcam, and then tomorrow I'll finish it and wrap it up. Okay, so I finished it. It's Sunday afternoon, so right on time. I'm going to get the new book for my October TPR to start week 3, but I'm also going to give you guys a review on this book as well. Alrighty, so the next book is this one, Living Dead Girl by Elizabeth Scott. Again, I'm going in blind. I do not know what this book is about at all, but I'm so excited that I'm on track with my TBR. So got 2 more weeks to go for October. Don't want to wish time away, that's for sure, but I'm proud of myself. Hey guys, so I finished Penpal week 2 of October, and let me just go ahead and give my Goodreads rating 5 out of 5. I really love this book. It's not like monsters or scary or your typical horror. It's just like this built up your dread and dread and dread and dread and your anxiety and your anxiety. Unfortunately, it's about a pedophile that stalks a little boy, and the narrator, we never find out what his name is. Even through this novel, you know, he's protected. We don't know what his name is. But basically, the pen pal sentiment is when he was in kindergarten, he was in a class, and he broke his arm, unfortunately, that summer climbing a tree. So he went to school with the cast. And unfortunately, he got it wet when he took a shower, and when it gets wet, it gets smelly and stinky and basically deteriorates right in front of your eyes. So he was like really stressed out, and because of this first day of kindergarten didn't go too well. He didn't make many friends, but the school he went to decided to do like different categories to teach the kids different things to keep them engaged and interested, and his class was community, and his teacher decided with the community every child will have a balloon with their I think I did that in elementary school too. Like you get a balloon on top, you tie the string as helium, so obviously it floats away, but you put your name, a little note, and basically the return address of the school. It's like, hey, if you find my balloon, let's be pen pals, hence the name. Unfortunately, his balloon went, and unfortunately his balloon got caught by a predator, a stalker, a male adult that basically from kindergarten all the way through high school stalked him and wanted him. This was incredible. The writing, everything had me enthralled. And he gives you the perspective of things that were happening as an adult. You like, oh, red flags, red alert, danger. But he shows you through the lens of being a 6-year-old. Different things that happen. Like he met his friend Josh. We do get Josh's name in kindergarten. He was the only kid that sat and talked to him. And they did many adventures together. His house was behind the woods, blah, blah, blah. So the mother never really told him what was going on. She kept a lot from him to protect him. Kind of even in this book, like we don't know his name. We never get the epiphany that he finally put 2 to 2 together as he was getting older in high school. He kind of just like was oblivious. But this man literally, from a school project in kindergarten, stalked him all the way, I believe, through sophomore, junior year of high school. And the timeline goes back and forth. He goes back when he was in kindergarten, then he jumps forward to when him and Josh was not as close anymore as friends, and then it jumps even further when he was in high school. It just was really cool. I just really loved the pace of the book. But anyway, one instance, him and Josh was playing in the woods, and they heard like a click, 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 click noise, and they, being kids in kindergarten, was like, it's a robot, it's a robot. But then I automatically, it's a camera, because this Penpal wouldn't write him a letter. He would just send, like when he was in school, like he got 48 pictures of different Polaroids. And he's smart because he did put the Polaroids together and then made a montage that he was in every single picture. So this man was becoming extremely obsessed with him. One night he was in the woods. He woke up and didn't remember how he got there. At first I thought, did he sleepwalk? But no, it was really weird and off. So he was trying to get from the woods, and just that anticipation of something jumping out like a jump scare, it never happened, but you felt that fluttering in your chest. You felt like the narrator as a child being in danger. And he finally got home. The mom called the police, and discovered there was a runaway note that he did not even write, and the letter wrote his name wrong. So it's kind of giving us pieces. This man is trying to take him from his house. Because he also said that he was hearing footsteps in the house, and his mom said, oh, you're just hearing things, you're just hearing things. But there was like little things like that, he was walking, him and his friend was trying to map the woods, and they heard someone following them, and they were trying to get away. And they also make inferences that him and his friend look really, 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 really alike, except for his friend Josh had blonde hair and he had brown hair. But other than that, people got confused. Even the parents got confused sometimes, and they would play tricks, but they looked alike. So some reason, and we know the mom they had a cat. The cat ran underneath the house, so they must have lived in a trailer or something like that, because they had like a crawl space. So the mom went under the house. When she got out, she's like, we're moving. And they like moved that day, so they leave their neighborhood. But Josh and the narrator still were really close. They didn't stop losing touch until his 12th birthday, I believe, because he invited to his birthday party. And unfortunately, Josh just was not vibing into it. So they fell out. So after the birthday party, he didn't really think about his friend Josh anymore. Let's jump to him in high school. He meets Veronica, which happens to be Josh's sister. And he remembered when he was in kindergarten, he's like, wow, she's going to grow up to be a really pretty girl. And he was right. She was beautiful. And he was taken with her. He didn't think about Josh. He was more concentrated on Veronica. So they went to the movies. They started dating. And he went to the bathroom. And a car was following him, had a cracked windshield. He was wondering what's going on. Again, as an adult, we're like, danger, danger, danger. There's your stalker. He's going to grab you off the street. But he didn't think of anything. He just thought it was strange. But he got to the theater. But as he went to the bathroom behind the building, because they saw the movie, everything was closed. It was really late. It was like a midnight movie. And he heard a car. This mother freaker, I think the stalker, killed the sister too. Killed the sister. He basically hit her with a car. She went in the hospital and she died a couple of days later from her injuries. But the stalker had her phone and was messaging our narrator saying, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And she was already dead. And his mom had to eventually tell, I don't know who's sending you these messages. She knew because she's trying to protect him from his stalker. But yeah, she's gone. So at the end, this was more of a heartbreaking story, because if you're a parent, this is like your worst nightmare ever. But at the end, when he met Veronica, she basically just told him that, hey, my brother ran away, he left a note. Sounds familiar? Yeah. But her dad, the mom was was losing it mentally, was a nurse. And because her son was missing, she just wasn't mentally there. So the dad had to stop his job that he was traveling all the time and just took odd jobs. He had this one job where this guy asked him to dig a hole or fill a hole or do something with the hole on his property. So he had like a backhoe, hit something hard. The minute I knew, I was like, so they just, all this time, 3 years, they thought their son ran away. He had a box. He looks in the hole. It's his son dead. And with him was the stalker. And he had a pin of Josh pinned onto him. And the guy obviously put him in clothes, like little boy clothes that was too big for him, and dyed his hair dark brown so he could be more like Josh than more like the narrator than who he was. And the book ends, the mom never tells the dad about Josh's involvement in this whole entire thing. But he recognizes the man because he recognizes that he accepted a job for him. And he basically was paid to dig the hole that he was going to put his son in, the stalker. And it ends that finally the stalker is dead and no longer trying to get Josh, and Josh is an adult now. But it ends tragically because those 3 years, the narrator is entrenched in guilt because that was supposed to be him. His question to his mom, why Josh? Circumstance. And he's like, I wish I never met him. I wish we never met in kindergarten, because he feels responsible. He's like, it should have been me. But 5 out of 5. Killer. My next book that I'm going to be reading is Living Dead Girl. I hope it lives up to the hype. I'm on a roll. I am staying true to my TBR and I'm on track. So I'm pretty excited about that.